What's up, everybody? How you doing? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. My name is Ragoi, and this is Backstage once again. So it's been a while since I uploaded a video, and how long has it been? It's been maybe 2 months, and COVID-19 things. As you can see, this is not the usual setup, and I'm just gonna say I'm sorry about that. Also, last week, that was on February, or last week, February 22nd, I released my new song called Lodi Night, and it's now on Spotify. So if you want to listen to it, if you want to stream it, you can check out the link down below. If you want to download it, you can also check out that link down below. Cool. To, how we did it, how the songwriting came together, how, the ups and downs. And I called Thumbs on Zoom, and we had this conversation that you're going to view in now. Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, hi.
Hi, Eugene. Hi, Thumbs. Should I call you Thumbs or Eugene?
Eugene either is okay, whatever you're most comfortable with. I guess you call me Eugene most of the time, so
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So first of all, how's your day been?
It's okay. It's okay, Annie. It's just cabbage. It's okay.
Okay, so like you released Lonely Night exactly a week ago. Like it's a week and some hours ago.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
For real.
Yeah, how are you feeling
it's
about that?
It's been 1 week.
Yeah, exactly. It's been 1 week since we came out.
Today has been 2 months since Nibebe came out, and Lonely Night has more views than Nibebe. And I'm just like, wow. So I guess it's good to do features. I mean, having done it as a feature.
Yeah.
Helped, I guess.
Definitely, that's
but
true.
I just hope it means that this is a really good song and I'm on the right track.
Yeah. I think
it's out on Spotify now also. So
yeah. So whoever wants to stream, then they can stream it now. I'm sure, you said something about it being a good song. So first of all, the feedback that we've gotten, it's okay. I think personally on my side, the feedback has been awesome, and also on the YouTube comments, the feedback has been really awesome. I don't know how it's been on your side.
Yeah, the same. My family hasn't really said it's a nice song, it's a bad song, because it's about love and heartbreak and toxic relationships.
Yeah.
So me. So they haven't said, oh, it's a nice song, because they come from like a super Christian background.
Yeah.
So this is I have, I've gotten a lot of people, asking for stuff like that, and I'm really, really excited for that. So yes, I'm happy, because the first time I did this song, I hated it. I told you, because I recorded it last year.
Yeah.
And I was just, usually I make a beat and then I write the song, then I go record it so I can really, sit in it, stew in it, listen to it and figure out whether it's worth, the effort of releasing. And then when I heard it, that night I had recorded it, I hated it. I just, put it aside. I was like, yuck! I was so disappointed. And then a whole month later, I'm going through sorting out my old demos and stuff, and I'm like, wow, this song was actually cool. Yeah.
So I think that's like.
And then this year, Then this year what did I do? What happened? Oh yeah, the other songs are supposed to come out, but they were not recorded. But this one, since it had some vocals, even though they were not this was the demo.
Yeah.
Eugene, this was the demo. Yeah, the demo that you cleaned up and that you mixed.
Yeah.
How did that go? Was it did I make a mess of recording? Did you have to clean up my vocals too much?
No, actually,
For real?
I found that sometimes that when people record demos, that sometimes the demo comes out better than even the final recorded version. So I've never had a problem with the fact that someone sending me their demos to mix and everything. So when they sent me the demo, I was actually may I just use them as in my head that the final thing, because they sounded good. They were well recorded, well performed. I mean, you said you thought that the performance was, but I honestly thought it was well
I
performed.
did. Okay.
Yeah, but I guess speaking of performances, like when I was recording my verse, oh my god, I can't. Am I allowed to
No,
curse? Damn it. Speaking of bad
it's
performance,
already out. Keep going.
uh,
Mhm.
when I was recording my verse, I remember I had to go back to the studio to re-record it. Like I had to record it twice because like the first time I recorded it, I was just like, like I recorded it at night and everything. The next morning, I listened back and I'm just like, no, this ain't it. And I knew that day, like I knew I was going to be back in the studio. So a couple of days later, I went back to the studio to re-record that my verse, so that it fits in the song properly, in terms of performance, in terms of everything, really. So yeah, so when you talk about not really liking a performance, I relate. I relate. I really relate. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was really cool. I liked there's this line. Okay, so it's your voice is the stars are out. I'm trying to speak your language because that's what that's about.
Yeah.
Couldn't express it. I like the way you said I couldn't express it. Right there, it was like you're not rapping. Now this is like a spoken word. And then you come back to because you were like really telling a story, and I really felt it and appreciated it. Like it was a good performance, even though it was like your third try.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and then you found the right the right tone, and that was really really cool. The first time I heard your voice, I was like, "Yes, you Sass, you'll do it." Because remember, because you were not supposed to be in the song.
Yeah.
Originally, it was just gonna be a solo.
Yeah, exactly. And then on that day, sometime at the beginning of this whole coronavirus thing, I remember like I pulled out my laptop and I was like, okay, I'm supposed to get to mixing this song because we had like a number of tracks that needed mixing. So I was like, now I need to get started on this. And like when I sat down, I was like, okay, before I get started, I guess I can just practice writing just for fun. And so I wrote that verse. I spent about an hour and a half just writing that verse, and then I sent it to you, like just like, oh, I wrote this. Just the way we've been exchanging ideas, and you're like, oh, so you're going to be on the track, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was actually really thrilled that you liked my verse enough to put it in the song. Yeah, it was really dope. It was dope.
Yeah, I could see it. I think you can almost, I don't know, you can be in, so you right there in the center, surrounded by the lyrics, and you're just in that moment. So can you tell me about like the inspiration for your verse?
Okay. So first of all, just when I listen to the song and the tone of the song talking about a toxic relationship, but not just any toxic relationship. It's like a toxic relationship that you're thinking of going back to, even though you know it's toxic to you, like just, you still just want to go back there. And, like I thought back, I mean, my verse is based on a real life experience, like it's something that actually happened to me. It's based on someone real and real experience. So I found that maybe that was a story that I really just wanted to tell, and I'd never really found the words to tell it. So as soon as I sat down and I, just from the whole lonely night thing, and I think, damn, the stars are out, and the verse kind of just came to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask, like, now what inspired you to write that song? I mean, like, the lyrics are deep.
So
it's awesome.
Yeah. Before I answer a question, I wanted to say I really connected with the line where you say, I'm trying to speak your language that was about, and then a few lines later you finish that line by comparing, because that part where you talk about the Tower of Babel or Babel, Babel, the Tower of Babel.
Depends on who taught you English.
Yeah. Me, it was Mr. Waiberero. So when you say that line, I really got it, because sometimes that's how lovers become strangers. You get?
Yeah, that's
true. And then it's because you say English, and this one is saying English, but it's still not the same language. In a way, it's still not. So I really, So I really loved your verse.
Thank you.
So what inspired me? I guess I'm always in my feelings. I
relate.
Okay. I think, yeah. So, but the truth is, I'd stopped writing like that. Yeah. I'd stopped writing in my feelings. I'd stopped writing, from my truth. Because sometimes your truth is kind of ugly. That's true. And you just want to ignore it, and you're not dealing with it. So anyway, I decided to go back to that style of songwriting, and I had the drums and the and the piano. It came in first, and then because I was going for I really wanted the groove to to hit you, so the bass also had to be really big, and the sound, whatever, it reminded me of something that you would find in an old hip-hop mixtape or something like that, or from Alicia Keys' album Here. And then I added the little DJ scratch thing, to for transitions. And then the lyrics, sometimes I think it's hard for me to talk about the lyrics, because that's kind of toxic. So because when you said I should talk about them, I was like, yeah, sure, cool, yeah, I'll tell you what it was about. And then I'm just gonna put on this persona, and then I'm just gonna tell you, because I guess in every stage of life, you always have, when you're learning relationships, you're gonna have the one that is star-crossed, the one that teaches you some really, really, really big, important lessons. Yeah. Anyway, I might ask Alvin to edit that part out, because I'm getting all emotional.
It's okay.
So, yeah. So the first line is, what's the first line, baby?
I never loved myself until you showed me self was really all it was about.
Exactly. So with Mary J. Blige, for instance, I think Mary J. Blige says in a certain song, it's been a long time, I made it here with love, that song. Yeah, because you got to love yourself before you love somebody else.
That's true.
And sometimes a lot of people who give themselves, who are empaths, who actually just have full boundaries, or people who like to, who put others, before themselves, it's they attract people who are super, 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 super selfish. Right?
That's true.
And then, so this song is a selfish person means a selfless person. So I never loved myself until you told me self was really all it was about. Yeah. I like the way self is. Self is all it was about. So selfish.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna keep saying that part.
It was dope. It was actually that play of words. The play with words in that section, in that first line alone. I just listened to it and I was like, lyrical genius.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things, it's one of those lines that the song just starts and it smacks you in the face. It's okay, you actually have to sit down and listen to the lyrics with this song. So yeah, I really love the lyricism in your verses and the depth, the honesty. I feel that's music is missing that right now. So that, I think that's what made the difference for me, because that's why I felt like I could write honestly as well.
Because actually the whole time I was struggling, because I said I wanted to write from the place that I had stopped writing from. Where people consider it to be cheesy and whatever, cheesy as in corny. So So every time I hit a block, I would, like, what is the next line? What is the next line? I tried not to put in like a filler, some cheesy line about that, but I love you so much, Nini, like that. And then I just said, okay, let's just be honest in our truth. Let's just sit in our truth and say what is honest to us. So because the honesty is something that, like, hit you, like you got the honesty, then I guess mission accomplished. Yeah.
That's true. Because also it's not. I guess it's not just me. Many people in the comments have like talked about how they feel like that song is really speaking to them. And I don't know. What do you think about that? About how people have interpreted the song?
Okay, so I have seen a problematic comment somewhere, and I'm like, no, that's not it. That's not what it means. But then I told you about it, and then a few days later, I was watching some YouTube. Some guy was just criticizing a movie, and his bio was talking about how you can't really control what people do. Like the description. Sorry, what people perceive, how people translate your art. That's it's no longer in your hands. You said your truth, and then let other people figure out what their truth is. So but at the same time, I've always wanted to write something that would give someone a visceral emotional reaction, because that's also kind of like the music that I really, really like Amy Winehouse, like Adele. I mean, those people write like crazy, and they're not afraid to be vulnerable. So if this song, I hope that this song would, allow someone to be vulnerable in their mess, because toxic relationships are messy.
That is true.
Right?
That is true.
Yeah. So I just wanted someone to be safe within their mess, and that just for 1 second, just to step back and just be like, okay, this is a mess, but this is it. So whoever, if a person were to translate that to be something else, well, I put the song in God's hands, so I put that translation in God's hands.
Facts.
Yeah.
So like this I think the song is like has been like the reach has been pretty cool. Like when you look at the fact that it's mainly just your, like, we've been sharing it amongst our circle, right? I've been sharing it to my circle. We've been sharing, we haven't had any outside stuff going on, we don't have like big distributors sharing it. It's just been us, and it's in about a week we have more than 500 views, which is really awesome. Do you think like what's the next step for you, like after this song, and what's
after this
project? What are you looking forward to?
Connecting with people. I've I would love for the song to hit like 1,000 views, and this 1,000 views, like the plus 500, is not people who are just advertising or people who coming from my adverts. It's people who connect with the story. So or with now. I'm not really thinking about pushing it. I'm just thinking about taking care of the people who showed up, who liked, who downloaded it, who are listening to it, who are sharing it, who feel like they connect with the song, who feel like it's speaking to their truth. Those are the people that I care about, and those are the people that I want to continue to speak to. So if more people show up for the party or for the funeral, depending on how you view sad songs, then but I'm good, Nikopoa, either way. So so obviously there's gonna be more music, and I've always been a fan of experimenting. So like, delicately though. But it's an experiment. So I just hope that the music that's gonna come out, the new songs that are gonna come out by the end of this year are gonna be songs that these same people will appreciate and accept and call their own. Yeah. What about you? What is happening with you?
Well, currently I'm most of what I'm doing is working on other people's music, mixing it, mastering it. So like we have projects with you, have a projects with a couple of other artists. But also I have like a couple of songs coming out. We have Jane coming out soon, in June.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of excited about. It's like for the hip hop heads. I really like that song because it's just very hip hop. Yeah, a couple of remixes that I've done that were supposed to be out ages ago, but I've just not had the courage to release them. So we have I have stuff that should be out soon. And also working on my spoken word. I want to start recording my spoken word. So that's another thing that's supposed to happen. Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. Those are the goals. But yeah, I guess we can just wait and see how the song continues picking up. If we get the extra 500 people to join the party, I'd be very happy. Yeah. I'm excited as well.
Okay. So, well, it was nice to have you. Since you're the one who's like on the other end. It was nice to talk about this.
Yeah.
Even though we can't really meet. So, yeah, I'm excited.
I think it's dope that we could do this. I think we should do this for more of our projects, like when we have collaborative projects, since we didn't get to do it for Lewis Hamilton, which was like a big one, I think.
Yeah, which is a fire track. Yeah.
Exactly.
We should probably all like sit down and just talk about it or something.
I know.
Like all 5 of us?
Yeah.
All 4 of us?
4.
4.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be dope to just sit down and just talk about like these projects as they come out, and it's fun.
Yeah,
I've
never really heard what. It does. It's like saying the grace. When you're leaving, when you go visit your family, your extended family. And then some mehula, blah, blah, blah. Then you sit down quietly and you say the grace, or each one says some nice words or something. Yeah. It's very, very good for the soul. It is. That's true. Yeah. So, well, I guess that's it. Unless you have anything else.
No.
That's it.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I probably have like class right now, so the struggle. The struggle continues.
Okay. It does. Aluta continua.
Yeah. Sawa, basi.
Okay. So bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me know what you thought about that. I had an awesome time recording that song. I did, and I think that was the best collaboration that you would ever want to have if you're working with a team. That was a really awesome personality, and everything just worked out. So let me know your thoughts down below. Comment, subscribe as usual. Peace.